Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm excited. Back to some bright colorful makeup as per usual, but there are 4 brand new Huda Beauty eyeshadow palettes. These I wasn't expecting, honestly. I mean, we've seen the neon palettes, we saw the nude palettes, the gemstone. What else is there? I'm sure there's something else that I can't. Oh, the browns. We've seen a lot from Huda Beauty, and then there's also the bigger palettes like Mercury. Is it Mercury? It's something. I have it. I haven't seen it lately. But she has a lot of eyeshadow palettes that she's put out. So when I started seeing the names and I saw the packaging, like, I'll be honest, when I saw the tiger one, I was like, oh, here we go, some more nudes. That's not what happened. So we go through all the colors in each of these eyeshadow palettes. I do some swatches of the shimmers, and of course we got this look playing with one of them. I'm not gonna tell you which one, that wouldn't be that much fun. Now, if you're new here, hit the subscribe button down below, hit the bell for notifications, new videos, and if you like this video, make sure to give it a big thumbs up. I really appreciate it. But if you wanna see what colors are in these palettes, how they perform, how I got this look, just keep watching. Okay, you guys, so we're playing with some new Huda Beauty. Have you seen the little tiny palettes that have came out? Oh my goodness, I ordered these and I wanna say it took like 4, 5. It wasn't that long. I really was surprised at how quickly they made it here. So this first one is Wild Python. You guys, the colors in here are stunning. Just look at those shades. Probably not gonna use this one. I want to so bad, but I have been doing a lot of greens on the channel. So then there is also Wild Chameleon, this one. Look at this shade, you guys. And these two right here, I really wanna play with this one. Then there is Wild Jaguar, which I have seen a lot of YouTubers that I follow doing this palette, and it's beautiful. I really want to play with it, especially for this shade right here, but like everyone's been doing it. Maybe I'll do a video later on where I use this one, but probably not today. And then the last one, this is Wild Tiger. Look at the design, you guys. It is so cool. This one is more like neutral. I mean, I say neutral, but like this shade has a color shift. The like shimmers are super stunning. I'm going to swatch this one real quick. So this is the one in the center. Look at that, you guys. Like, I want to use this so bad, but I also really want to play with Chameleon. Then there's the other 4 shimmer shades. Oh, you guys, if I wanted to go like full on yellow or yellow gold, like this would be the palette. Just, so that is Tiger. Let me wipe off my shimmers. But you got, that is just so satisfying, that shift. And the other shimmers, as I'm wiping them off, are beautiful. So let's swatch Jaguar. As much as I want to play with it, we'll save it. So this is the middle shade, which everyone has been loving this shade. It's so buttery, I want to play with it. Then the other shimmers, and there are 5 in here, so I'm gonna have to use my thumb on this one. Those are the first 4. And the last one, ooh. So that is Wild Jaguar. Those shimmers, you guys. Look at the shift. There's just something so satisfying from the Huda Beauty shimmer shades. I still have never used the neon palettes. I bought them and forgot about them. I want to play with them. I'll have to do a shot my stash here soon. Okay, so now Wild Python. We'll swatch this one real quick before we do Chameleon and then dive into it. Ooh, you guys. So this is the middle shade. so beautiful. And then the top 3 shimmers. Ooh, that, you guys, those shades are beautiful. Yeah, Huda Beauty is one of my favorites as far as like the shimmers and the pressed mattes and everything. Like the eyeshadows usually work really good. Swatch is not always the best, but like the shimmers are beautiful. All right, so now the palette that I think I'm going to play around with, this one is Chameleon. Oh, this is the only one where this shade that's got the press in it is not in the middle. That's weird. Okay, so there's that one. Ooh, that's really pretty. And then this purple. Ooh, I do not know what I'm gonna do with this palette, but those shades are stunning. Okay, you guys, so I decided I'm gonna play with Chameleon, and I was looking at these shades, and I'm thinking that I want to, for sure, use this shade and this shade. So for that, I'm thinking that I'll use these 3 shades right here to kind of build up the outer shell of it and then add the shimmers in. At least that's what I think I'm gonna do. Let me go ahead, because I sat here for a second playing with these eyeshadows. Let me smooth out the creases from my eyeshadow primer. All right, so I think I'm gonna take this, actually, I'm gonna take this peachy shade. As much as I like the like orangey yellow shades, like I prefer pinky shades. So I'm gonna dip in ever so slightly because I don't know how pigmented these are. And I know that Huda eyeshadows can be super pigmented. Oh shoot, I forgot this freaking sticker. That's so satisfying taking that off. Oh, that was just a dip in there. Let's see. We're just gonna toss that in the crease. Are you guys thinking about getting any of the new Huda palettes? And I called them, like, I've called them quads before. They're not quads. Quads are 4 shades. But they're in the shape of what would be quads. I just like these because they're so much easier to travel with when we travel. But like, I had the nude palettes and I would take those on cruises with me. They don't take up a lot of space. If I would travel, I could just chuck one of those in for, you know, a nice shimmer, some matte shades, and just call it a day. Even like a 3 stack gives you plenty of shades to work with. Something with a pop of color, something a little more neutral, and you're done. Okay, so I think that's blending out beautifully. I didn't go too heavy with that because I don't want my crease to be insane. Now the other shades I might make a little more concentrated. So I'm gonna go into this shade right here. My nose is itching. I'm gonna put this into like the outer V into the crease. And today I'm just gonna be using my Laura Lee eyeshadow brushes. I've been going back and forth between my Sigma and Laura Lee, but I still love my Laura Lee eyeshadow brushes. Like, if you have not purchased them, go check them out. I think she just had a sale for her birthday, but they are worth it. Like, I keep going back to them. Like, Sigma are really affordable, and I think these were pretty affordable because I got them in, I think, a bundle. But sometimes it's nice to just splurge a little bit on your brushes, especially when they're good quality. So we're getting a good wash of color. Nothing too dramatic yet because we still have a darker shade. So I'm gonna go into this shade right here and put that into the outer V just to kind of smoke it up a little bit before we use this shade, which I'm so excited for. Ooh. So do you guys have any plans leading into the holidays? Like, we're in fall. Are you guys dressing up for Halloween? Do you celebrate Halloween? Do you go to fall festivals? Like, I know that there are some that are supposed to be happening in the Virginia area. I love going up to Williamsburg during like fall, especially when the leaves start to change, because as you're doing that drive on the highway, it's stunning. The weather is a nice like 75 most times of the day so far. But with it being so cold, and I was talking to a girl at Bath and Body Works when I went to go pick up candles today, because they were having a really good sale that ends today, and you won't see this in time for the sale. But I was updating my spring and summer candles to fall candles, and we were talking about how, as cold as it is right now here in September, that we might have a pretty cold winter, which is saying something for Norfolk, Virginia, like this area, because we don't usually get snow in this area. We can, it's just not a lot, but here they'll still like shut down the schools for like not even a foot of snow. Whereas in Michigan, where I didn't completely grow up there, but where I'm from, in Chicago, Michigan, New York, where my sister lives, like they still go to school in like 3 feet of snow. Here, they will literally stop because people don't know how to drive in it. So we'll see what the weather has to say, because I mean, it could be getting cold right now and then go back to being really warm in the next couple days, which happens a lot. I have literally blended the crap out of this shade talking. We have a decent base. I'm sure I'm gonna have to touch it up once I use these shades, because that purple, you guys. So I'm gonna use my middle finger for this. Actually, I will try with a dry brush and see if it'll apply. I tried this once before. It never works. I mean, it kind of looks like it picked up. All right, it's pretty. So that's what it looks like with a brush, and most of it stayed on the brush. This is what it looks like when you just use a finger and give in. That shade, you guys, is stunning. All right, now I'm gonna use my ring finger for this gold shade. Oh, you guys, what football team has these colors? Because I'm pretty sure there is one. I don't support a team that has these colors. I'm sure there's somebody out there that watches a team that has these colors. If you need inspiration on how to do your makeup for a football game. Just kidding. I mean, football season did start. That's all I've been hearing about from some of my friends. What team are you watching? It's football season. I watch college football, that's it. The gold is pretty, it's just interesting. So I'm gonna spray a brush with setting spray. Try and pick up this gold shade. I don't think that worked. If you can angle it right, I'm kind of flaring it into this area. Just kind of like up into the crease. There, I like that more, because if you look, it kind of like smoothed out into more of like a champagne-y gold, but then this is more yellow gold. I'm kind of getting Mardi Gras vibes. Anyone else? I'm gonna go back into this darkest shade. So I like this purple shade. That's what I will definitely lead with. But I feel like the shades that are in the palette, the matte shades, I don't know that, like, this plummy shade is definitely like the color for this like royal purple. What do you guys think? Maybe I'm just like, it's my opinion. You know, we all have our own opinions. We all have a different perspective. I just feel like it should have been more black than plum with that purple. I mean, the purple is stunning. And it has like blue purple glitter in it. Okay, I'm gonna go do this eye, do some face makeup, and I'll be back. Okay, you guys, let's finish off this eye. So, I did already do my lips, everything that I can pretty much get done. And my makeup, like my face makeup is pretty subtle. I use the Charlotte Tilbury face palette from the new Makeup Get Ready With Me. I've been loving that palette and it's subtle. I'm going to a friend's house. I really want my eyes to pop. So like the cheek, I mean the highlight is not that palette. If you watch that video, it wasn't my favorite highlight. It's subtle for work, but I'm going to a friend's house, so like highlight. Anyways, for this under eye, I think that I will use this peachy shade and then maybe that orange. I don't know. We'll start out, we'll see what it looks like. But for right now, I'm gonna use this like tangerine orange shade. We'll see how the Sigma pencil brush works with it. Ooh, you guys, that shade is a color. And it's got some pigment. Maybe I don't need the other orange shade. That's pretty. I was not expecting it to be like as pretty as it is under the eye. I was pretty sure that I was gonna be like, I'm just gonna cover this up. Because orange is not a shade that I gravitate towards. It's not one that like I think flatters my skin because I run on the pale side. But this shade is really pretty. I'm also doing a very small line of it, so that's pretty, you guys. I'm interested in your thoughts on these palettes. Also, which one do you want to see next? Put it in the comments down below. I read your guys' comments. I really appreciate the support. Like, I can choose whichever palette. It would be nice to do a palette that you guys consistently are like, that's the one that we want to see next. But I do want to do, that sounded weird. I want to make sure that I actually use all the palettes because I do like the shades that are in there. Like, these are pretty. These are really, really pretty, you guys. Okay, so I think I'm gonna go into this darker shade, go in the outer V and then sweep it under just to make it cohesive, which is like the thing I do. So why stray from the norm? I mean, I definitely strayed from the norm on the Wilderness palette. With that red line. Ooh, I think that the orange and the purple blended well together. And it's making more of like a reddish shade into the orange, which I like. So it's actually shifting the color a little bit, which is pretty. For inner corner highlight, so I did already do my brow bone only because I did whack on the Nude Sticks brow gel setter, and I didn't want highlighter fluffed into my eyebrows. For inner corner highlight, I'm just gonna go into the Ophir and Steph Toms into this lightest shade right here. I have really been enjoying this one, and I mean, it doesn't help that it smells like milk and cookies. So it smells so yummy. But it's so icy and beautiful. And honestly, any highlighter, matte, shimmery, like you don't even have to do an inner corner highlight. It's just, that's like my favorite thing to do. And I only started doing that like 2-3 years ago. Whenever I started my channel, I started doing that like right before it. But I really think that it like helps and opens up the eyes. Okay, eyeliner, mascara. I'm gonna fix my brows because they need some filling in. I'll be right back. Okay, you guys, I'm back and this is the final look. What do you think? I'll be honest, I talked about it. I wasn't really sure like this purple shade went with the purple that was right here. It grew on me. And makeup can do that, which is crazy because I was just kind of like, maybe I wouldn't have put those two purple shades together. They grew on me. I still think like it would have been nice to have a darker, like leaning more towards black than plum, but I can find that in another palette if I want to play with that color again. Otherwise, I like how it turned out. I think that the shades are really pretty. So in this palette, there are some fun shades in here. If you want to stick with the mattes, you've got some pretty decent colors for fall that I think you could play around with. And then these 3 shades and this shimmer, stunning. Do I think that this purple fits in this palette? Not necessarily, but I like it. So I'm glad that it's in there. These three shades I think will be more cohesive in the matte shades. And the only one that I didn't really play around with was this burnt orange shade. So we got time to play around with that too. Now, there are three other eyeshadow palettes that we will eventually get to. So let me know in the comments down below which one you want to see next. Do you want to see Wild Jaguar, which has these like smoky green shades and like plummy, like look at this green. These shades are stunning. So do you want to see this one next? Do you want to see Wild Python, which is another green eyeshadow palette? It has some really pretty like pops of color, but I mean, I'd play with it because we know that I've been playing with a lot of green shades lately. Or do you want to see Wild Tiger, which is more of that like neutral eyeshadow palette? I mean, this shade right here is speaking to me. It is so pretty in the pan, let alone when I swatched it. But I also feel like I could get a really pretty fall vibes look out of this one. So let me know down below, what do you want to see next from these three? Do you want to even see them at all? I'll probably play around with them no matter what. So whether I do a video or just play around in my makeup room is all up to you guys. So let me know, put your thoughts, put your comments. Are you gonna buy them? Are you over Huda Beauty? Does she put out too much makeup? I personally like her makeup, so that's my opinion. I am interested to know your opinion. But you guys, that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you're new here, hit the subscribe button down below. Hit the bell for notifications to new videos. And if you like this video, make sure to give it a big thumbs up. I really appreciate it. And until my next video, you guys, bye. And I'll see you in the next one.